here we are back again, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with the original Little Mr. Can't Be Wrong. Yes, here he is, a titan of trivia. Ladies and gentlemen, our namesake, Mr. Comic John Kensil.
Hey, it's the legendary Wit here next to me, too. With that,
I'm clapping for you, John.
With that terrific intro for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I had Little Mr. Can't Be Wrong because that was that song.
And I hear you.
One-hit wonders.
The Spin Doctors.
The Spin Doctors.
He's for look for on TV. But hey, I'm here with Wade. If you can see us live, I can't go live because I posted a funny meme 2 years ago, and Facebook says I can't go live on anything, and but maybe you could. But
I could go live. I'm restricted. I think I did it once when I was cleaning out my storage space, and I think that I would like to do that.
I'm restricted
for old-time television
for 54 more days, and it was something I posted 2 years ago. There's obviously a joke, and it's 2 years ago. They must have went back and they must have a scanner looking for certain words and stuff. And it wasn't really political. It was actually kind of funny. But
you didn't do that. We should have a woman president joke so we don't have to pay her as much. Did you? You didn't do that, did you?
No, I just thought she. Because if they did have a woman president, she might get her time of the month on the Constitution and ruin it.
John. Nothing medical, please.
But
except the Spin Doctors.
We had there you go. We had an actual action-packed. No, what did I do since our show's been off for 2 weeks? I did an open mic night at a rock and roll club on Monday.
Okay, how'd they accept you?
Sad people. It was, and my hair's a little bit longer now because my girl quit to become a dental hygienist.
Yeah, you look like you should be called the dude.
Yeah, and when I went on stage, I said, people think I'm the bass player for a band that was here over the weekend. Just woke up in his van, and but it was neat though. But we had a lot to talk about, but. We have an abbreviated show tonight because we have to go on 101.5 at 10 o'clock with Steve Trevelise. Who's probably...
I feel like I'm cheating on cancel culture
no
going
problem.
up there. Okay.
But I will say, so we're going to do a little abbreviated show tonight, but I want to say it's neat. I admire people who can, we only do like an hour every couple of weeks, right?
Right.
Steve Trevelise does 4 hours of talk a night. Monday through Friday, and he fills on a sports talk station. I don't know how he does it. Just because your voice just give out, maybe your mind just goes blank because you have nothing else to talk about. So sometimes you see these guys digging for topics, like what was the biggest groundhog you've ever seen running down Route 130? And I've heard several times too, and I've heard with Big Daddy Graham and other guys late at night. Hey, it's Fred from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. You want to talk about the Sixers' new trade? Hello, Fred. You're on here, and you hear a click, and like turns the guy's speaker on, and you hear the guy fell asleep on the phone.
I'm sure that happened. I've fallen asleep talking to ladies.
Been there, brother.
And they're not even DJs.
But right now.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is one of our weekly segments. This is where the hilarious John Kensil, comic John Kensil, gets to broadcast his tweets for the week.
And our wonderful music.
You little rascal.
That's the Choose Landing Orchestra. Hey, we were just speaking about sports. Lamar Odom. He was, I think he was almost married to Khloe Kardashian.
Okay, yeah, they got married.
Yes, and I think he had issues. Lamar Odom just came out and said a fake penis helped him pass a drug test for the 2004 Olympics.
That's...
And I said, I can relate. Because a fake rubber Schroeder helped me get on 4 online dating profiles.
Yeah, and probably out of the draft also.
I'd like to meet the man who invented baby wipes and shake his hand. Oh. Well, maybe just give him an approving nod.
I take the man who invented the hoodie, I take my hat off to him.
you see the new preview for the new She-Hulk TV show?
No, I haven't.
She looks nothing like the real Hulks. I know, because I was wardrobe on The View.
You know, didn't Star Trek do that? Didn't they have the original Green Woman? I think
they did. They did.
That's a ripoff of Star Trek. You know, can't they think of anything original out there?
Well, the show's called, and it's called She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
I thought that was Roseanne.
Right?
Sorry.
It's called She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. She's an attorney, and she turns into the She-Hulk.
Okay.
Right? Well, meanwhile, DC is trying to make their own called
DC is the other comic book company that is in direct competition. DC, you can see how I did that?
Yes.
DC is of Marvel.
Well,
they own Superman and Batman and things like that.
Well, DC's trying to counter She-Hulk, Attorney at Law with Mr. Mixel-Pitalik, real estate appraiser.
Say that, and you'll go back to another dimension. I remember who Mr. Mixel-Pitalik.
Yeah, Mr. Mixel-Pitalik.
We have trouble just saying normal people's names, but not that thing.
Do you know who Ron Palillo was? Don't say his name. Don't say, but you know who he was. Okay. Here's my impersonation of Ron Palillo.
Okay, Ron Palillo.
Very famous sitcom actor from 1975 to 80. Ron Palillo, 75 to 80. Here's my impersonation of Ron Palillo in...
From 75 to 80?
Yes.
That's the demographic that's going to get this joke, John.
All right. Here's Ron Palillo, my impersonation, in It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. Ron Palillo in the classic It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, Mr. Potter. Hey, Wid, from the next tweet.
Wait a minute. Back that up, John. A Wonderful Life. You once called me a sitcom. No. That was quite impressive for the people who knew who Ron Palillo was.
And It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Potter. All right. Wid, one time my mom for my porno DVD.
What?
Right, my mom for my porno DVD.
Yeah, well, and that happened to me, but they were magazines.
But I lied and I said, "Oh, it's a CD of my favorite band." So it'd be nice for my birthday. My mom had a T-shirt made, and I had to walk around the party with this band. It said,
"What was your favorite band that you were that you had to wear around at the party?"
Stepmom's Bukkake World Tour. Hey, Wid.
Yeah.
There was a rainbow over Levittown, Pennsylvania tonight.
Why would there be a rainbow?
It rained, I guess. Sometime.
It must be an Irish bar promotional.
Well, I followed it to the end of the rainbow.
John, you're such whimsical.
And it landed on a Foot Locker in the woods full of naughty honeymoon magazines. Win.
And your mother caught you with porn DVDs? John.
This guy.
Yeah.
A truck driver, this is a news item, a truck driver with some weird impulses was busted for allegedly stealing an oversized clown bra and underwear from a circus in Londonderry, Northern Ireland. James Bonner allegedly admitted entering a dressing trailer and took the silly skivvies. He was freed on bail, presumably to pursue his latest interest in private. And I said, this guy in the store just came to me. If he asked me for a clown bra, I would just said, what size?
I wonder if their bra size is directly related to their feet size, because they got some pretty big feet, them clowns. You know, I'm not to say, you know, those must be some big shoes to fill out there. But you know, those lorry drivers out there in Britain, they're the ones who the serial killers. They're weirdos. You know, I guess that's a lot of time by yourself, so you get sort of stir crazy. You know, or white line fever.
The other night, I went to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
A Marvel?
Yes.
A Marvel release, yes.
I got thrown out of the movies because I was eating Milk Duds. Does that sound unusual? Well, Milk Duds is my female gorilla that I bought off eBay.
John.
Wait.
You're in Milk Dud. That's kinky. You're in the S&M.
Hey, did you hear? I think there's a cheating scandal at that big '80s music festival. The big '80s music festival. I think there's a cheating scandal.
Like Lollipop Loser?
Yeah.
Lollipop Loser. That's good.
But I think there's a cheating scandal going on at the '80s music festival.
At the '80s music festival, yeah.
Because
I would be kind of lost there.
Because I heard a dude say the fix was in.
Boy, George.
I wonder what people did before there was baby formula. Probably do what my mom did.
What did your mom do?
She just put a meatball supreme in my mouth.
A shorty?
Yeah. Hey, Bill
A
Maher.
shorty for a shorty.
Bill Maher got the vaccine, but he revealed yesterday he tested positive. Positive for his face being made out of mashed potatoes.
Oh, that is mean. I hope he hears that. I hope he hears that and follows you around and becomes the first celebrity stalker. Okay.
Did I tell you I'm banned from the Philadelphia Zoo for life?
You're banned from everything, John. You're going to be banned from politically incorrect, too.
I'm banned all because of a little incident where I gave a pixie stick to a monkey and he masturbated himself to death.
Wow.
Win.
John, that's the third monkey joke. There's something primeval about you, okay, or primate about you. It's, I'm worried about you, to tell you the truth. You're turning like Michael Jackson in his bubbles.
Hey, remember the Seinfeld episode where he dated a girl whose name rhymed with a female body part?
That's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah.
In the original script, her name was Taint Munt.
What was her original name, and how did I bet she was made fun of at school. Okay, when she was a kid with a name like Taint Mama.
This could lead into a hey, wait. I'm always being asked to donate to charities at the Wawas and other stores. Would like to donate money to different things, right?
And you kept that shirt?
Yes. And I said, my shirt. I said, hey, lady, the only charity I donate money to is Doctors Without Pants.
The spin doctors without pants.
Oh God.
Hey now.
All right, I want to read you this thing. This is going to lead to our next topic on the show. All right, there's a famous actor who was in some movies and some horror films named Albert Decker. Right,
Albert Decker. Yeah. Okay,
well,
I sort of.
He was a weird. Well, he made the puppet people. He was the doctor. Made the people shrunk down a little. He made. Okay. All right.
Puppet people.
All right. This is from someone posted this story, and I want to read a person's response to the story, and then it'll lead to our next topic.
Okay.
In 1968, Albert Decker, a character actor and star of the movies like Dr. Cyclops, was found dead by his fiancée kneeling in his bathtub, handcuffed and a noose around his neck, a ball gag in his mouth, wearing ladies' lingerie, and a narcotics needle was sticking out of his arm. Someone wrote in red lipstick on his butt the word whip. He was 62. The police declared it an autoerotic episode that had gone wrong. His fiancée at the time went on to create the Love Boat. All right. Now you heard the sick.
Is it a female? A female or a
woman? It was a woman.
Or was it man?
A woman named Geraldine Sanders, right?
Okay.
But it tells about how he died with a ball gag, a noose around his neck, ladies' lingerie, and a whip written on his butt. Well, somebody responded back to that story. Sounds like I'm lucky to be alive. I've been doing that every night for the past 15 years. Oh, hey, Whit, it's May.
Yeah.
And it's prom season.
Oh, yeah.
Prom season memories. The trip to the hairdresser.
I couldn't go to mine.
Why?
Just like you couldn't, because I didn't pay. I couldn't pay or something like that.
But it just the memories of prom season. The trip to the hairdresser, the music, the gowns, the tux, the limo, the flowers, the coming from the ladies' bathroom trash can.
I'm not going to touch that, John, because I still am. I'm still in high school. So in the back of my mind. And did you go to your prom, John?
I went to one a ring dance and a soft pop. And that's it for the tweets this week. Thank you very much for listening.
All right. Okay. Let's have a nice hand for John.
Yes. And,
okay. I'm the only one here, John.
But
hand.
No, it's funny. I went to it's called a ring dance where you get your high school ring, and I went to that. And that was
that was like
okay.
Lord of the Ring dance. Okay, were you like Lord of the Ring dance? Were you like Flannery, or I know how you Irish folk love to dance.
No, but it's fine. my junior prom, I'm hooked up with an old friend of mine, and we went out drinking in the woods, right?
That's as you should.
Yeah.
That's a rite of passage right there. That's what the kids today are missing.
And all my friends were dancing with girls and stuff, and I'm on a golf course drinking. And his brother came to take us home.
Yeah, you got a hole in none.
And we got pulled over by a cop, and I spent till 2:30 a.m. in jail. And then they let us go. I didn't get charged with anything.
Did you have a tux on and stuff?
No. I was just hanging in the 70s, like so. An early late.
You never dressed in a tux at a kegger?
No, of course, yes, of course. We all do that. It's Northeast Philadelphia. But Whit and I were just talking about movies and films and stuff like that.
We love movies and films, right?
And
that's a big part of pop culture of choice of everybody right now.
Oh yeah, and I love.
You can watch Gone with the Wind on your phone. That's
oh my god,
that's like.
You know, it's funny too. When I got my iPhone, the guy goes, "Hey man, look, when you get this phone, you can download the movie. What's the one where Leonardo DiCaprio can travel through people's dreams?" Inception.
Inception. Yeah.
He goes, you can watch it for free on your phone. Like that's a movie that should be seen in IMAX, not on a little 1-inch screen.
Yeah.
But I
like Cinerama. Yeah. How are you going to have that on your phone? That's they get mad at that. The producers and directors and creative people because they got big egos. And they don't like that. Some of their films are available on phone.
But like that story I read earlier about Albert Decker, he made a couple of horror films. He was in like famous movies, but like that's like the fifth character. But I love stories that are like lurid like that, or
he was in the Kinky Things. I guess,
but
what was in the Hot Shot? What year was that?
He died 1968.
Oh, 68. That was, and that was the summer of love, or everything went crazy.
But what I was saying to Wid though, but I love these like crazy stories of like I asked him one about. We started talking about people that quit movies while they're making them, and like just walked off the set. They were so mad, like stuff like that. Not got fired.
Well, that's sort of the people who I looked up, or that were in the articles that I read about the people who walked off sets. Okay, and a lot of them were for different reasons, and it's no two are sort of the same. I guess money is a big thing, but there's also invading people's personal space, and and just a lot of times people who are, because it's making a movie. It's like I've heard it's like eating a elephant with a spoon. It takes hours and days but. Some of the stars, I mean, they're prima donnas. I mean, but a lot of them are the suspected characters that they're sort of the rebels that are known out there who will cause a scene and cause a walk-off because, they'll give you the ultimate, thing. And when you walk off a set and you're, a big part of it, that's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a day.
And a lot of times you won't get like a backers unless they're guaranteed a big star's in it. So you got to pacify the star and pacify Well, they made a movie where we live at in Pennsylvania, around the Philadelphia area, called The Lovely Bones, made by Peter Jackson.
The Lovely, but that was that was too.
It's about a girl that dies and her ghost. Ending. Yeah, but Ryan Gosling, the big heartthrob, all the chicks dig. Yeah, he was cast as the father in the role.
I've been mistaken for him.
Right, and he gained 60 pounds for the role. That's a lot of weight, 60 pounds, and
60 pounds for the.
Yeah. And he showed up.
They drink ice cream. That's how they do it.
Yeah, they do. He showed up on pre-production of the film, and then him and the director didn't agree on his appearance. All right, so he gained 60 pounds, and he said, "Well, the father should have gained weight because he's grieving." And the director didn't like it and told him to split, so they gave it to Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark is always on the mark. I mean, he's like so homogenous with his, the perfectly cut body most of the time and things like that. That's kind of, I guess, the vision that the director had. A lot of them do have that. And how about Diana Rigg? Diana Rigg on the Game of Thrones, she walked out because, nobody was there. And when she was ready, she was ready. And I love Diana Rigg. I mean, how long had she been a star before she was on that?
Was she Avengers?
She was the Avenger, and she was on the James Bond one, the one on His Majesty's Secret Service. She was the only one who ever married Bond.
Right.
And then, unfortunately, Blofeld gets him.
Oh, here's one.
Gets the wife.
Sylvester Stallone, which I've heard this before, but I never heard how this happened. One day before the cameras were supposed to start rolling on Beverly Hills Cop, he dropped out because he didn't like the comedic theme.
No, because he probably couldn't do the comedic theme. But
there's something does happen with this though. He didn't right, and that's but he knew the movie had been in pre-production for 8 years, so he knew all about it. Right, so he quits one day before cameras supposed to begin rolling. In 48 hours, he got Eddie Murphy, and it was a gigantic hit. But it's not in here on the article I'm reading. But I know in real life, Stallone took the script and rewrote it for Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
and
he would want to do something like that. Yeah.
And he used that for the movie Cobra, which has nothing to do with the story of. He just goes after.
I remember seeing that in the movies. Sorry, Rocky. But speaking of Rocky, in Rocky 4, Rocky 4, he was fighting Dolph Lundgren, the strong man, muscle man, genius sort of mathematics or something like that. And, very handsome, went out with Great Jones. And he did not pull his punches when he was fighting Rocky in Rocky 4. What was his name? The
Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah, and
Drago.
Drago.
Yes.
And what a cornball name. But he didn't and he punched Stallone so hard, Stallone ended up in the hospital with
a heart problem.
With an enlarged heart, because when you have blows to your body, it goes to your heart to try to do that. And he was that Swedish bodybuilder. He's Swedish, and I guess he didn't understand, but he tried to do the same thing with Carl Weathers, beloved Carl Weathers,
Right.
Apollo Creed, and he tried to do that to Apollo Creed, and Apollo Creed, in the first scene that they have together, Dolph, or Largo, or whatever his name is, he picks up Apollo Creed and throws him into the ropes, really, and he's not going to stand for that, So Mr. Carl Weathers, he gets so mad that he says, "I'm out of here. Call my agent. I am not coming back." And quits right on the thing and walks out as only Apollo Creed could.
I never knew that.
And then 4 days later, Sylvester Stallone talked him to come back in.
I never knew that. It's a brutal scene too, because his character gets killed in the film by Drago.
Yeah, he gets killed, but he was overacting a little. I mean, if he puts Stallone in the hospital, and the next thing,
Well, in real life, he was a like a kickboxing champion. He knew how to fight in real life, and he was gigantic.
And what was his? Didn't he have some sort of mathematical job?
Yeah, he has a degree, like an MIT degree, and he's very smart.
Some people have all the luck.
There's an actor named Richard Gere who was born in Philadelphia.
Oh, right. And so was Rocky.
Right. They were in a film together called The Lords of Flatbush, where it was like about four Fonzie types, because Henry Winkler's in the film too, and your boy Perry King.
Sylvester Stallone stood out in all the advertising and that and all that. He was, he was unbelievably good looking as a youngster.
Well, here I never knew this though. And it's a movie that came out right before Happy Days, like the 50s nostalgia. Stallone and Richard Gere didn't get along, and he had to walk off the movie. And this is like the beginning of both their careers. Like it meant a lot. Everything's a stepping stone. You're climbing a ladder, beginning of your career, and he didn't get along with Stallone, so he walked off.
I guess it was like Pretty Boy versus Pretty Boy. Like if you're the big gun in town, you're going to have somebody out to get you. So I wonder who was more established at that time, Richard Gere or Sylvester Stallone. I guess they were both starting out. So.
It said they had a fight scene, and Richard Gere got a little handsy with him. So one of them had to go, so they gave Richard Gere the boot, and they gave the Perry King, another very good actor. Another Stallone movie. Another Stallone.
He gets in a lot of trouble, or he has, a lot of walkouts,
And it's called
And in his
Demolition.
corner.
Yeah, it's called Demolition Man, which actually is a neat movie. He wakes up in the future to fight.
Yeah, it was okay.
Well, Lori Petty, who was the younger sister in A League of Their Own with Gina Davis.
Okay.
She's a cute girl. Well, she was supposed to be the female lead in the movie, and 3 days into filming, they weren't happy with her because she's a quirky, weird actress, and she didn't get along with Stallone, so she walked off.
And and it's not only the guys who do this, or the powerful. It's sometimes the ladies get a little, like Faye Dunaway. Okay, during Chinatown. Okay, she walked off because she didn't get along with Roman Polanski. That little
little twerp.
Yeah, you should. And she asked Roman, "Hey, can I use the bathroom?" And Roman would ignore her.
I know the story.
So it is reputed that she threw a coffee cup of urine into his face. Okay, which Faye Dunaway, people would pay for that, and probably the guy got caught in the bathtub with a. But it also because Roman was Polanski, and he was the director, and he was very hands-on, but he put his hands on the wrong person when he came up to Faye Dunaway. Okay, and she had a stray.
I'm reading that right now.
Stray lock coming out of her head, and he came over and he plucked it just like that, and she screamed and said, "That motherfucker!"
That's what it said. Yeah, that's what it says.
And walked off the stage, and she had to be persuaded to come back. She cited that it was all sarcasm and the wise guy towards her. Okay, by Roman Polanski and his cool friends who.
And that hurts too. There's a famous film called
Rosemary's Baby.
That's right. Called Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise.
Oh, Eyes Wide Shut.
And there's an elder businessman in the film was originally played by Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel. He was the pimp in Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
And he was in Mean Streets. He was in Tarantino.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Real good actor.
Harvey Keitel.
Stanley Kubrick was making the film. The movie took 2 years to make. His films always take.
It was the longest professional film shoot ever by any of the studios. 400 days. Okay?
Yeah, and
400 days is a long time. Mostly it's like 90 days or.
I know the other one took a long time too. The one with the Full Metal Jacket, but for a scene, he had Harvey Keitel walk through a door 68 times, and on the 68th time, Harvey Keitel said "F this" and goes, "I'm getting the F out." He walked out, went home in his car, and that was it. He walked off the set 68 times. You can't use one of those footages, one of those clips.
Well, he years later it comes out that that Harvey was actually fired by Kubrick. Okay, and I think it comes out, and they replaced him with Sidney Pollack. Okay, a friend of Kubrick, who was also a director and an actor. He started out in that weird time of live TV, and. I kind of liked Eyes Wide Shut. It had you had to commit yourself to it because it could be perceived as boring, but it wasn't as it was sinister, and there was also a part that they when they go to the orgy, go to a rich people orgy, and there was another cut of that the movie cut, because I saw it in the movies, and it had all the nudity in it. And when I saw it on VHS, that's how cool I am. I have the VHS. And when I saw it on VHS, it didn't have the nudity. It cut out a great portion of it, and and the VHS, if you remember, John, didn't have extras like the DVD that I'm sure that has those
extra footages and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's why I like Stanley Kubrick.
It's an unusual movie. I don't really understand it too, but we have to do an abbreviated show tonight, and I apologize to all the dozens and dozens of listeners that we have.
Dozens? When did that go up?
They have multiple personality disorder, but you could check out Wid and I this weekend. What hell we'll be at? Check us out on Facebook. Next, the 26th, next week, next Thursday, we'll be at the World Cafe Live in Philadelphia.
Upstairs, yes, at a private party, I think.
Check out the legendary Wid and I both on Facebook. We have all our schedules up there. But I'm sorry for the quick show tonight. We got a split. But thank you very much. I'm John Kensil.
Hey, and I'm the legendary Wid. And let's have a nice hand for Kensil culture right there.
Tell your friends. That's it for us
tonight. We can clap for ourselves.
We got a split.
That's what they're missing. The kids don't have that today.
All right, that's it.